transcending history and the world, a tale of soul and swords, eternally retold.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Elden Ring PvP tournament hosted by yours truly. I am the one, the only Cage Knight, and with me joined today is the great Dantewtf. Dante, how you doing?
I gotta say, that intro was spectacular. All the combatants are ready to go, and it was awesome. So thanks to everyone putting that together, obviously, and KH Knight. I love it. The production values are already sky high.
Yes, it really builds up the hype and excitement, and it just builds up the greatness that we're about to witness. This is the Great Cup, a tournament a 16-player single elimination tournament where the contestants can only use great weapon classes only. Now, when I say that, I don't mean any weapon with great in the name. So great swords, you can't use that. The great sword, that's a colossal weapon. When I say great weapons, I mean great weapon classes. So great swords, curved great swords, great axes, great hammers, great bows, and great shields. If you want to see the rules, type in !chal in the chat. It'll bring up the brackets and the rules. So if you take a quick look at that, you'll see that all the weapon classes that don't have great in the name are banned. The only exception to the rule is great spears. Great spears are not allowed because it's pretty meta. It's the strongest of the great weapons, and if we allowed great spears, that's all you'd see people use. So that's the one exception to the rule. Also, for Ash of Wars, we have Raptors of the Mist ban, Hoarfrost Stomp is banned. For setup specific bans, we have No Claw and Spear Talisman for power stance pickaxes and rusted anchors. No poison infusion because poison infusion is really powerful in the specific rule set. No passive regen, so no royal remains. No blessed dude talisman. No frost infusion on power stance weapons. All the rest of the rules you can see in the challenge link down below. Also, for our players, we have 16 of the best players from Elden Ring PvP Discord playing today. A lot of them you've seen before in the Festival of Combat tournaments hosted by Duels Event Network. We got guys like Heauth, Elemich, dimfil, Mr. Deez. Mr. Deez, he made it to second place in the very last tournament hosted by Den. Also, I'm forgetting.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Dante, do you have any questions?
Well, I think going over some of the rules I think is pretty interesting because obviously this is supposed to be the great cup and great sword specifically excluded because it is a colossal sword, and crouch poke, I think people are kind of sick of that anyways, at least to that extent. But we do have some interesting rules here, and I was talking to you before the tournament started, but maybe you could explain a little bit why medium shields and small shields are banned, but you're able to use a heavy shield.
That's what I forgot. Okay, yeah. So yeah, great shields, because it's a great weapon tournament. Only the great shield class is allowed. Now, for great shields, you may think, okay, those are overpowered. Why would you allow those? Well, we put a lot of specific caps on great shields. So for physical damage resistance, you're capped at 95. You can't have more than 95 physical resistance. And guard boost is capped at 70. So great shields are pretty heavily nerfed in this rule set. Also, the great shield talisman is not allowed. You can't have shield grease. So great shields in this moveset is pretty weak, especially if you're going up against a great hammer. It'll be very easy to get your guard broken. So what they're good for in this rule set is you can use the shield crash ability to push people off the edge, make them fall to their death. You can use it to block. You can use it to block small projectiles, so like Golden Land, Glint Blades, Glintstone Pebble. You can use the shield to block those. And then for poise, the poise is hard capped at 99. Now in this specific rule set, since everyone's using great weapons, you may think there's no point in having a lot of poise. You can just wear light armor and light roll, but you may still want to have heavier armor just so you can armor through the projectiles that we're inevitably going to see, like Golden Land and the small scraps.
A lot of projectiles are limited in this, right? So, which is why one of the reasons, because you also banned, or the crystal tiers that are allowed, opaline, you allow that?
Yes.
Or is that...
So opaline bubble tier, that's not allowed. We also ban quick knives, so that way when someone's low on health, you can't just stand back and spam the knives. You really have to commit to get that final hit in. So quick knives are banned, and since quick knives are banned, we had to get rid of the bubble tiers and the uplifting aroma. And since regen is banned, poison is banned as well. So I think that's enough talking about the rules. We do have both of our first two contestants in World and ready. So
real quick though,
go ahead.
You did say that somebody helped with the prize pool of this, correct?
Oh, that is correct. How could I forget? I'm so sorry. Yeah, so the prize pool for this tournament is $100, 60 for the winner, 25 for the second place winner, and 15 for third place. And this prize pool was generously donated to us by the great Nebri21, third place winner of the last tournament that I hosted personally. If you'd like to donate to future prize pools, we have a link down below for that in the Twitch channel. Also, if you want to commission your own tournament, if you have a unique idea for a tournament and you'd like someone to stream it professionally, I'm your guy. You can contact me personally. You can contact me on Discord or YouTube. Or Twitter. I'm also on Twitter. I will get back to you and we can talk about what we can do to make that tournament happen. And you can donate to a prize pool for that. So
I have a couple more questions, and then I swear we'll get started, people. I just want to make a couple things clear here. One thing I don't know, why are the Royal Remains set armor banned?
Passive regen. When you're low on health, you get passive regen, so we got rid of that.
Okay, and for the Ash of Wars that are banned, Bloodhound Step, I think it's obvious. Royal Knight Resolve and Determination, fairly obvious. Storm Stomp, you know, for big weapons, it kind of shuts down big weapons. I think that's probably pretty obvious. Flame Strike is sort of a similar situation. I don't know, do you get a hit after Flame Strike with these great weapons, or are they too slow?
You can. If Flame Strike connects, it is possible to get a true combo with the R2.
Okay. Beast Roar. Thunderbolt, fairly quick. I mean, that seems obvious. Barricade Shield. Raptor does a mist. Yeah, because, again, these weapons are slower. People need to be able to hit somebody. Quick Step, again, obvious. Hoarfrost, I'm not... Why is that one? I'm not really sure.
Hoarfrost Stomp is invisible in this specific arena.
That's bizarre.
It's really bizarre.
I don't...
Yeah.
That's weird. And you have no skill, but for shields only.
Yeah, and that's so if people want to use their weapon arts with their main hand weapon, they have to commit to it. They have to two-hand it.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah.
That's one of the better bands I like. Either way, take it away. Let's bring in some people. Let's do it up.
All right, so for the first round, we're going to have Heauth versus dimfil. For the soundtrack, this is going to be a Soul Calibur themed tournament. If you couldn't tell already, we have Soul Calibur music playing in the background. So we're going to switch to our first two contestants right now.
I do like this arena.
The soundtrack for this fight is going to be Moon of Oblivion from Soul Calibur 6. Dante, when you're ready.
All right, here we go. We have Heauth on the left, dimfil on the right. 3, 2, 1, go. Round 1 fight.
They hear that?
Miss?
All right, let me get a little closer to the edge. It hit, but it didn't hit the stage. Let's try that again. There we go.
There we go.
Now we're ready. All right, so we got our first two contestants buffing up, and immediately we have Chilling Mist. Since it's not on a power stance, it is allowed. And as we see, he went in for the bolus. It's really hard to bolus on this stage just because it's so small. So you really gotta give yourself some space in between you and your opponent to get the bolus off. And now we have a rot infusion.
Now, what about the stairs there, or the ramp? Is that like a ring out, or how does that work?
Basically, to get rung out, you have to actually fall off the stage. So like right here on this southern portion, if you fall off of that, that's a ring out. If you fall onto the stage, fall onto the stairs, excuse me, you just have to get back into the arena.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not really a penalty unless like you intentionally stay off of the square.
Now it's interesting, a lot of these weapons actually have vertical slices, which means maybe jumping attacks aren't that great in this against a lot of these weapons.
You know, that is amazing jump counter to the Flame of Red Mains.
Wow.
And then, oh look, a backstep counter to the sword dance. Amazing play. Try to roll catch him with Flame of Red Mains. This is a great first match. And just speaking on the players themselves, Heauth, he's number 2 on the Elden Ring PvP Discord right now. dimfil is number 13.
How did that miss?
We're sure seeing
right
some
next to him.
heavy hitters for this first round.
Nice spacing.
And
yeah, this is interesting. You don't normally see just regular great swords. I've seen it a couple times recently where there's sort of like a jump attack into R1, like unlock turnaround that can work pretty well. It's pretty fast, but they're spacing it rather well. And since they're both using it, I'm assuming they both know exactly how these weapons work.
Yeah, great swords are pretty interesting, and there has been some new tech discovered with them, specifically by Steelovsky. He's been doing a lot of videos on them. Dual-wield great swords has a powerful thrust attack on the backstep, which if you know how to do the reverse backstep tech, you can get some really good thrusting counter damage out of the twin great swords. And also, there is a true combo with them, but it's very hard to pull off. It looks like this first round is gonna come to a close very soon.
It does seem like these are gonna be probably slower matches. Oh, is that it?
How is he still alive? Will he take it back?
There's that R2 right there.
And see, since there's no throwing knives, he has to commit. He has to aggress his opponent to get that last hit.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, see, we're seeing items that we don't normally see. Those flame pots, they have a lingering hitbox. If you get too close to it, you'll take damage.
Oh my goodness. They're both basically one hit, but again, that damn blue feather is so strong.
It saves you.
Sometimes it isn't. It isn't one hit.
But also, it's very hard to do hard swaps in this arena because the arena is so small. It's like fighting inside of a phone booth.
Yeah, I like it. I love these type of matches. It's sort of like quick chess, you know. And this might be. I feel like we're gonna see this a lot, where the last hit is gonna be difficult because these are slower weapons, and they're not exactly the crouch poke meta that is so easy. There it is.
He jumps the flame pot.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That probably would have killed him too, right between his legs.
Yeah, that would have been a very close trade. All right, and the first round goes to Heauth. GG.
That was very close. Very close. I like it. Heauth is on the left. dimfil on the right. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so immediate Chilling Mist buff, providing himself
like
some
that.
cover so he can get his flask off.
Yeah, because it's such a small arena and there's just distinct corners, that's actually a really, really beneficial thing. He did get frosted, apparently.
Yes.
Man, that is so quick.
Yeah, and now imagine how quick it would have been if he was allowed to dual wield. It would just come out a lot faster.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, we're going to see some fairly honest great sword. Type of fight, which is just boring.
Oh, amazing sword dance by dimfil. He actually procced a rod. So now Heauth, if he wants to get the balls off, he needs to provide himself some cover. He's going to need like an Ash of War, like Golden Land or Chilling Mist to provide him some cover so he can eat the bolus. It's very hard to eat one in this small arena. And there it is.
Oh, there we go. That's it. That's what he's using.
And he got the bolus off.
And he didn't get punished. I mean, that was such a great tech right there to use that. I can't see what's happening.
It's a great axe. He's using the great axe. It has an overhead swing just like the great sword. He tried to catch his opponent on jump but just missed.
What is the most powerful in this specific tournament? Like, if you had only one hit, what one hit does the most damage?
I would say the jump attack from the dual pickaxes or anchors. Even though they're not allowed to have the claw talisman or the spear talisman, they're still going to do a lot of damage, like over 1,000 damage.
Yeah, I mean, do you think we'll see that? I mean, it is quite heavy. Do you think we'll see some duelsies?
I think so. Heauth is down. The score is now 1-1.
1-1. Oh. Anyways, Heauth on the left, dimfil on the right, 1-1. This is match point. Round 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And there we go, zoomed in with the telescope. And now we have frost pots and sleep pots being thrown. Already immediate frost.
Oh, he's punished.
And you see he blocked with his sword. He almost got his guard broken. Now he has to take a back step to get his stamina back. This round is starting off very poorly for dimfil. It's going to be pretty hard for him to take this back from Heauth.
Yeah, but again, because he's... Oh, nice roll catch.
With the jump attack.
Jumping R1, man.
Oh, and caught him mid-air with the last attack of the sword dance. That's not something you see often.
Heauth is so far ahead. This is going to be very difficult. He ran into him again. Heauth is doing the proper way of standing.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, at this point, all he has to do is force a trade.
Oh,
Jeez,
wind power.
Wind power.
Captain Planet. Oh my goodness.
And he had all the heart.
Decisive. That was not close. I don't even know if Heauth got hit there. Did he even get hit?
That
might have been a flawless.
Honestly, I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
All right, here we go. We have Shura on the left and S13 on the right. Round 1, 3, 2, 1, fire. We got the duelsy grappling hooks, so that's exciting.
Yeah, the giant Batman hook. And look, already a jump attack for 304 damage. But surprisingly, surprisingly, the greatsword did more damage. 400 damage for a single greatsword hit.
Well, you do have a couple bands specifically geared towards these weapons, right?
Yes. On dual pickaxes, you can't use Spear Talisman, you can't use Claw Talisman, but you can use it if you use a single anchor.
Gotcha.
Look at that thrusting damage, 492! See,
man. Shura's going for too many. I don't know if they're looking for like hyper armor or something, but it's not working. It's not working.
And you know what? Like dual anchors, you can expect a jump attack to come out. So Claymore, that's the perfect counter. Like we mentioned before, two-handed neutral R1. That's a vertical attack. Oh, that was a throwing knife. I think that was a throwing knife. That's gonna have to disqualify our friend
daggers,
here.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think they care, but.
Now I gotta do it.
Okay.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, but I gotta do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shura
Just take that off your hotbar.
That's gonna.
Don't even put it on there.
That's gonna count as a automatic loss for Shura. You cannot use quick knives.
All right, let's do it. Round 2, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's do it. Let's see if things can change. I do like Shura changing their weapons because I just don't think.
Amazing trade right there.
I didn't see the values there, but it looked pretty similar.
That's around 300 damage. Oh, 570. Ooh. That is a very powerful jump attack. And look at this. And see, since it's a single greatsword, you're allowed to use Claw Talisman and Spear Talisman, and just look at that damage. That is heavy damage.
Oh, that's not a trade they can do.
That was surprising. I was expecting a trade right there, but S13 took the brunt of that.
Their thing. I'm not sure.
Now it's popped. It's definitely popped for Shura. S13 still has his.
Damn, that blue feather is so intense.
And that's another ban. That's not allowed. Gravity fan is not allowed. That's not allowed. Oh, geez, Shura, why you do this to me?
Read
rules. Read. Open your eyes and read. So unfortunately, that's two disqualifications. When you're ready, Dante.
Go. Round 1, 3, 2, 1, fire.
And he's just going right in, okay, bro. Doesn't waste any time.
Is that 2 clammies here? A clammy?
Clammy versus clammy, and we got glint blades. And you see, you
need to have.
Go ahead.
Intelligence for the glint blade there.
No. Since it's an Ash War, you do not.
Okay. Does that scale up?
It does. It does scale with intelligence, yes. And you see,
this is.
The setups.
I was just gonna say it's essentially so they can try to get in and get a hit, which is usually how any projectiles work. You try to close the gap. Now this is a smaller arena, so it should be a little bit easier. Oh, the punish!
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of trades that I think are honestly avoidable.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're trying to hit each other, and a lot of players, especially if they're a similar skill level, they sort of have the same type of game plan, right?
I mean, the glint blades are not that good, especially when your opponent has high poise. It just adds some good supplemental damage, and it's a nice deterrent to keep people off of you as you try to get a bolus off or your flask off. So that's one of the reasons why you'd want to use that weapon art.
Oh, right in his face.
Yeah, surprisingly no thrust.
What I'm looking, especially on a match like this, what I want to see is I want to see some charged R2s, because people will like, if you have right here a charged R2 would be pretty good, because he's stuck in the corner and all he can do is roll towards you essentially in range. And you can definitely play with the arena a lot in this tournament because of this arena.
Oh, tears are popped.
Nice. Oh, that was really nice. Was that an R2 or a crouch poke?
That was the rolling crouch poke. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the baby Uggs poke, as people like to call it.
Oh, that was really. We'll see here. We have okbro is up 1 zip to Eli. Eli's on the left. Okbro on the right. Round 2. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
I think just the nature of this arena, how small it is, it really forces that aggression. And now we're seeing the double anchors come out again.
I don't know. I want to see. I mean, maybe the other person wasn't using them very well. Maybe these can work in this format with slower weapons. I don't know.
I mean, it's
a backstep?
It's interesting. Like, double anchors, they're so powerful, but their main like killing move is the jump attack, and the jump attack can be countered by the two-handed greatsword just because of the overhead swing of the neutral R1.
So you saw there, he did the L1 with the anchors, and it worked because okbro is a little bit more aggressive with his R1s, and it was like he just attacked before he attacked, and that's sort of the meta game inside, which I appreciate.
Another thing I'd like to mention, the use of the glint blades. As you saw, he put it on, and then he waited for his opponent to aggress him. So he's kind of like trying to force aggression, try to like get his opponent to play his game, get into his head, and that's some that's an interesting play to do.
Yeah, I mean, again, what can use golden land?
Look at that damage! 1,054, and that's without the talismans.
That's insane. Wow. Oh, and he's just dropping bombs. He's getting him in a corner.
And you see, the flames stay. Look at that.
Oh,
it does lingering damage.
Was really nice. He's trying to put baby in the corner.
You see, I love it. You never see this in a meta tournament. Festival of Combat, you'll never see this.
Oh, man, that is... Yeah, oh, no, it's basically one hit each. And I think he should switch his weapons out.
And he got him. He just had too much recovery. You love it. You see, because there's no throwing knives, you have to commit, and it makes these rounds a lot more interesting.
Anyways, 1-1. 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Go.
Here we go. Going right and wasting no time. 925 damage. You love to see it.
Oh, he switched off. Oh, was that just for a punish? Did he switch up just to punish?
I guess, but if that's the case, why not just use pickaxes?
That was wow.
If it works, it works. It's free damage. That's like half of his opponent's life bar. But here's the thing: he didn't get his flask off, so that could come to bite him in the butt later.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, he could put the pressure on and then just back up and get it. I don't know. There's tactics.
Oh, look at that thrust.
Nice.
338. Dodges the jump attack. This is a solid advantage for okbro.
And that's the one thing with the update is that it did allow recovery frames for a lot of these weapons to be a little bit faster after attacking. So, like, normally that would probably, I think, he would be caught there, but...
See, this is such a tough match for Eli, because like the jump attacks have so much recovery, and you have to be very careful not to whiff, because you're going to take a world of hurt if you miss with them. And you're kind of predictable with them too, because you're doing the jump attack so much.
Yeah, because you only really have like jumping and then just not jumping. Like,
now you see there that rolling L1, it does do 2 sets of hits. So it is possible to like catch people with that on the roll. Yeah, you got the flask off. That's a huge disadvantage for Eli.
I do think jumping is going to be a big deal. If he can time the jump after like a crouch poke or something, I think that could be the game.
Oh, caught him mid-air with the overhead, but he's staying in. Okay, bro is not letting up. He knows he has the health advantage. He can still win this. He's staying aggressive.
Well, the aggression is actually what's making him lose right now.
Yeah.
One hit away.
610 damage. We see, look, now they have their red tear stone. Both of them have red tear stone active. Look at that. And this round, look at the teabag. This round goes to Eli. GG.
Wow, the comeback. I mean, all right, yes. So what we have is Soleil on the left, Gush on the right. We're seeing those damn anchors again. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's do this.
Yeah,
right,
dual
so,
anchor mirror.
I like this. I do think there's going to be a lot of jump trades, although that is a buff. I mean, what's the damage buff on that?
Well, with lightning damage, generally, like the heavier armors, they have less lightning defense than lighter armors because like they're more metallic.
Oh.
Gravity being used, gravitas, but didn't pull his opponent in close enough to really get an R1 follow-up.
That has, if you go right in the middle of this arena, can you even escape that?
For gravitas, if you can get far enough from it. It doesn't take up the entire arena. But look at these trades.
I would just keep spamming that Asher War because like the AoE on that is
it's big, but the lingering frame, it doesn't really have lingering frames. It's actually really easy to dodge.
Okay.
And now we see a different one. This is Golden Land.
Oh, Golden Land. I like it. This one is really difficult.
The space control is insane here. Look at that trade. 492 damage. Almost caught his opponent mid-air. Now you see like the two-handed single anchors. Interesting.
Again. This could be it.
This could be it.
Him.
Just a couple of... Oh, he took it there. He's still alive, though.
Don't
Gush is still in the fight. And now he's using the baby projectile. Those are allowed. And caught him for 1 damage. He literally had 1 point of damage.
How is that even, like...
This round goes to Sail.
Wow.
GG.
All right, here we go. Round 2. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Boom.
Let's hit it up.
All right, flasks from both players. We're seeing the crabs being eaten. Little gentleman's agreement. No item punishes this time around.
Yeah. I do think it's going to be a much more difficult match now.
Look at that trade. Caught him midair with the overhead swing.
Yeah, that's crazy because it is such a short weapon.
676 damage. You know, that weapon art specifically, you don't see a lot. I had no idea the damage was that high. Like 676 on 2 swings.
Yeah, I mean,
that's actually decent.
Slow, so usually people can get. You can probably strafe it too. I don't think it's.
Catches his opponent on the backswing. I think he was predicting his opponent to just take a step back there.
Yeah, this looks like a crazy contrast.
And look at this. That little casual sidestep. He just casually sidestepped Sails, anchors, and caught him with the poke.
I like it. I like it.
All right, and now Sails at health deficit.
Oh, that range.
Took damage 280. He's low. Another good thrust attack should take him out.
Nice.
Caught him on the backswing.
Yeah, it's just too easy to dodge the anchors right here. This is really rough.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling he's going to change.
Caught by the blades. He tried to punish the Ash War, but it was too late. Caught by the blades. This is now a 1-1 for both players.
1-1. This is match point, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. 1-1. 3, 2, 1, go. And, wow, they didn't switch? Or, wait, what do they have?
We have Claymore versus Claymore.
Yeah, I told you they were going to switch. I told you.
Yeah.
Oh, the jumping attack.
I think they're going to stick to what's comfortable, and Claymore is the most comfortable of the great swords. Just because of that poke. Look at that. Look at that. I think it's sort of some phantom range. Yeah, it's like, it has such a long poke, and it has counter damage, which is another reason why you'd want to use it. Just a very powerful and reliable thrust attack. And you see right there, Giant Hunt just missed, but no whiff punish.
He still has the anchor on him. That doesn't do anything, right?
No, not at all.
Okay. It's just heavy for heavy's sake. I don't know.
It's just an option, you know. And I guess if he wants to do some trades with it, he could. But he's been losing a lot of health, so he could be in trouble.
I think is fat roll.
Sail's the one with the anchor.
But yeah, I think Sail's actually winning so far. It is pretty close.
Right now he's down half, but he still has tiers available. Both players have tiers, and we're just seeing a lot of whiffed R2s. They're trying to catch each other on the rolls. So I think what has to happen here is we need to see some setups, some bait your opponent into rolls so you can roll catch them with the R2. And the way they can do that is maybe throw out some projectiles, maybe the blue scraps,
oh nice,
the golden land. And you see, look at that roll catch, but no damage there on the second hit, surprisingly.
Oh, right over his head.
365. Can't jump into that because you're going to get caught by the neutral R1s.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm curious about. I'm not seeing neutral.
Oh, look at that trade!
The counter hit.
I think that was Gush, right? Gush won that?
No, that's Sail, isn't it?
No, Sail is the winner of the match. GG.
Wow, right at the end. Gosh. All right, here we go. We got Elemich on the left, Mr. Deez on the right. Both EU. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Live.
Oh, whoops. Let's try that again. I hate the geometry on this wooden platform is really weird. But here we go.
Yeah.
We got Mr. Deez on the right.
Hammer.
Golden Land versus Glintstone Blades. He did unlock though, so none of the projectiles tracked.
Yeah, because it looked like they were trying to basically just be able to get a free buff.
Mm-hmm. And look at that trade. He tried to go for neutral R1, was not fast enough to stop the jump attack from Mr. Deez.
That's not a claymore, though. What is that?
That is, I think, is Knight Great Sword.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. I have to zoom in just a little bit, but he's moving around so much. It's not a claymore, though. It's a wider blade.
I can't tell if they're having a little bit of net issues.
Yeah,
he's kind of skipping around.
I can see with Mr. Deez. Mr. Deez is skipping just a little bit. He did actually upgrade his internet for this tournament. So hopefully it cools down for him, and hopefully maybe it's just on my end and not his. So for between the players, it's actually good. Mr. Deez, he's from I think he's from the UK. He's either UK or France, I think. And then Elemich, he's from Italy. So in terms of distance, they're not too far from each other. Their connection between just those two guys, it should be good.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, yeah, hopefully it's just on your end, but it seems to be stabilizing a little bit better now.
Yeah, I can see it.
Some of those jump attacks look crazy.
508 damage. Oh, a little bit of lag there, but 184 damage right there by Mr. Deez. Now he's taking some hits. Got hit with the backswing for over 300 damage. Look at the trade here. 390 versus 419. He's trying to block the hits. He's got to be very careful. He'll get guard broken.
I don't know what's happening. We got to ask.
Yeah,
we got to ask Elemich if it's...
We may have to go to the players, ask them. Like, if it's too bad, you know, it may end up as a disqualification for one of the players. We'll have to see.
What? Is he dead?
No, that's a death for Elemich, but that was questionable.
I don't know what's happening. We got to ask him, because we'll ask them if that seemed fair on their end.
We're definitely going to ask the players what happened there, and then we'll make a decision from there. Man. Honestly, I feel like that constitutes a redo.
All right, let's do this sort of refresh round one. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and both players drinking their flasks. And now we're seeing Golden Land being fired by Mr. Deez.
That one actually he did lock on.
Yeah, it actually locked on, but no successful hits. It looks like the connection is a lot better right now. It looks like that router reset actually helped out a lot. I'm not seeing any skipping by Mr. Deez.
I do like that swipe attack of that the great sword. That's not the claymore. I think it is a slightly better jump attack.
Oh, you see that? That's the bastard sword. Actually, no. Knight Greatsword, maybe. Because it has, like, those fancy R1 swings that we first saw in Dark Souls 2, and it has a horizontal sweep. That's good for catching people who try to strafe and roll around you.
Yeah. I do like it. One thing I've noticed. Oh, right in his face, Golden Land.
For 608 damage. Now he's got his opponent in a corner, but he's not applying any corner pressure. He's using this moment to get a flask off.
Oh, mistake. Weird mistake there. Just did it right in his face.
It's just the flask used up too much of his time. He wasn't able to get his Ash War off safely, so he took a little bit of damage from the projectiles. Fortunately, he didn't take a hit from the sword itself. That would have been way worse. But look at his damage. 504 damage. Elemich, he's at a huge health deficit. It's going to be pretty hard to make a comeback here.
Nice. Oh, did he switch that up?
Yeah, he did a wind slash. He tried to bait out an aggressive roll, tried to force a trade, but elemich wasn't falling for it. And now we got the glint blades coming out.
I gotta say.
148 damage. I think if just at least 2 of those glint blades hit elemich, that will be a kill and a win for Mr. Deez.
Yeah, I mean, you see there that getting a roll catch. Oh, I love it. Oh,
Sword
man,
dance with the great axe.
That was actually really good timing too. He rolled really well.
You see, he did it. He didn't do it soon enough, so he didn't get that initial hyper armor that you normally get with sword dance. Took a big trade there against the R2.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, you know, and
I like that he's switching up his attacks. He's not doing the same. Oh, bring out! Oh,
almost with the projectiles. You can see elemich. He's being very patient. He might be able to turn this around.
He is. It's very close now.
Oh, just missed the thrust. That could have been a kill right there if it landed.
Yeah, that had to be. That would have been.
Like, visually, Mr. Deez has a second chance, but I think it might have been procced. But we'll see.
I just like that. All Mr. Deez is doing, he keeps switching and swapping and making things weird. And elemich is just playing very passive right now.
Oh, so close to punish that, but it was just off.
Oh, he's got him in the corner.
We'll try to do the slam, but just missed.
It's one thing that's interesting. I just saw yesterday.
Look, he turned it around. He turned it around. Elemich turned it around.
No way.
And this round goes to elemich. And that's the power of the R2 Claymore. Super powerful, big damage. That was a comeback and a half. Excellent round by elemich. What a turnaround that was. Amazing.
Let's do it. Finally. Round 2?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Go.
All right, both players, little gentleman's agreement not to aggress each other on the flask. Immediate gold, Wrath of Gold.
That almost got him.
Did not land, and now he actually got a little bit of projectile damage off, a little bit, 155 damage. And now elemich, he's doing the classic Dark Souls 3 play with the glintstone blades. What is this?
Oh.
He can't see his opponent.
Oh.
I don't think he can see his opponent. That's why he disconnected.
He hit him, which is hilarious.
He hit him, but I think let's confirm with him. It looks like he can't see his opponent, so I don't know. I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna give him one more try. If Mr. Deez is still having issues with his connection, we're just gonna have to give the win to elemich.
That was really weird.
Let's see.
All right, so this is real. Is this real now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
All right, let's see what happens. We're seeing the flask. We're seeing the immediate golden land. And elemich definitely saw that because he stopped himself to cast his own Ash War. He managed to not get hit by the projectiles.
Like deja vu.
And now we're seeing some classic Dark Souls 3 tech where he's backstepping with the glint blades, trying to catch his opponent. Miss though.
Oh, the backstab.
And guard is broken, but he didn't get to a riposte. But he still did big damage. 862 on the backswing.
Man, how much would the riposte have done?
That's a good question, and honestly, I can't really say. But now, Mr. Deez, he's opening up with a huge advantage against elemich.
Yeah, I mean, it's what is he up like 1,000 damage?
Almost.
Yeah, we've seen this before.
However, Mr. Deez, it's still 0 to 2 or 0 to 1 for him. He has to get 2 wins to win this match. elemich, he only needs 1 more win. So, and there's still a chance elemich can take this back and win this match.
I don't know if you get hit in the air by those glintstones.
You're wondering if it'll interrupt the jump?
Yeah, does it? I don't think it does. I think just jumping at someone and just eating it might.
I think it does stop you. But I really like what elemich is trying to do. He's trying to force aggression so that way he can catch his opponent with the R2 and get the counter damage. And at this point, that's what he needs. He needs that counter damage. He needs to be able to end this fight in like 3 hits. Because he can't afford to drag this out. He just does not have the health for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see a lot of whiffs.
Look at that counter damage. That's almost 800.
Nice jump.
Now he's staying aggressive. Jump R1, missed. And now we're back in neutral. And
There
that's
it
a
is.
round for Mr. Deez. It is now 1-1. This match is not close to stopping.
Yeah, it's the longest match ever. For bad reasons.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah. I love that guy.
Okay, oh. Yeah, so Elemich just sent me a clip. He's got some lag on his end. And it looks bad. Like he's just stunned. Mr. Deez is looking choppy.
Evil cursed one.
We're gonna have to give the win to Elemich. I'm sorry.
Mr. Deez, I apologize. Obviously, no one wants to do this, but if this is gonna be a situation where you go on to round 2 and the same thing happens and we have to deliberate over that, it's better to sort of take away what is the common issue than to let it go on and make things be prolonged. So
It's gone on long enough. The win goes to Elemich. Mr. Deez, thank you for playing and thank you for filling in. I'm very grateful. But unfortunately, network issues. It's unfortunate, but we got to move on. So next round, it's going to be Franael versus Kromm Toji. That is the next round.
all right, let's start it up. On the left, franael. On the right, kromm. Round 1, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and
Got some
buffs.
more greatsword action.
Well, which ones? The one on the right is not a claymore. I can confirm that right now. That is
Yes.
Knight Greatsword, I believe.
Is that the longest greatsword?
Neither player is using a claymore, so we're actually seeing a Greatsword mirror that does involve claymore.
Nice roll catch.
Yes, and look at that damage.
Redmayne, he tried to jump over it.
Midair, 591 damage. Tried to roll in, got caught by the follow-up R1, and that's good. So, and look at that damage, 707 damage. Amazing range.
I don't even understand that. How is that even possible?
And you know what's really cool about playing with Redmaynes? If you do it in someone's face and they try to roll away, they're gonna get caught on the roll because of how far that weapon art travels.
I do like that if they roll in, they can be punished, but you saw that the roll attack traded. That's kind of interesting. Oh, this is a Flame of the Redmayne situation.
Yeah, he's rolling. And you see, he's
There it
baiting
is.
out the
Oh.
roll. That's smart.
Yeah.
He's baiting out the roll to catch his opponent with the neutral R1.
Oh! All right, I think both of their
Pierce is
blasts are
popped.
popped.
Yes.
It's a very close game.
It's pretty much
Probably
even in health.
2 hits each.
Well, you see, there's no piercing attacks on either of these weapons, so you don't have to worry about counter damage. But you see that 400 damage on the neutral R1. So one more could kill. I think Fran could afford one more hit, though. I think he might be able to survive another greatsword hit.
Oh, man. I wouldn't mind seeing just a swap change to some other Ash of War just to...
You see that
boy.
369 damage? He can afford one. Well, if he takes another hit, he's dead. But he still has a chance to turn this around.
Yeah.
Look at that roll
Nice.
catch. Almost caught him on the backswing.
Ain't
It's
Dark
even.
Souls too.
It's even. And since there's
two
no
hits.
throwing knives, they have to commit.
Oh.
Look at the health. Look,
I don't even understand how he's got 12 health left.
I'm clenching my butt cheeks.
Try finger.
Loosen up the butt cheeks. Oh my god. Oh, the jump attacks, the whiffs. And they're not slowing down. That's the crazy part. Normally you see some more passive play, the match slows
This
down.
could be a trade.
But look at
tie.
this. He's trying to force a jump into the flame pot.
Not bad. Because that could do enough damage.
There it is. 4 damage.
4.
That's all it took. And this match goes to... who's on the left? This match goes to Kromm Toji.
There we go.
GG.
Yeah, they're both red. Let's do it. Franael is up 1 zip. Oh, actually, wait.
Kromm is up.
Kromm is up. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire.
All right, another gentleman's buff period, and now the Flame of the Redmaynes is out.
So if you see the Flame of the Redmaynes go sort of longer, it's because they've aimed it up.
Yeah, it's unlocked, so your character's model is looking up, it flies further, and you see he's trying to bait out the roll so he can get the roll catch. But now he's cornered.
Oh,
Fran is cornered. 635 damage, that is huge!
Jumped over it.
Jump counter for 400 damage. He's still at a health deficit, though.
Big time, too.
And surprise. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, he might need to get more FP. I'm not sure where his FP is at from.
Well,
because he's not blasting the flame anymore.
Exactly. I mean, it's still early. Franael, he's the one who's been blasting Flame of Red Mains more. He's probably out of FP. I think Kromm, he's just being methodical. He's trying to find a good opportunity to do it. 331 with the neutral R1. Still no Claymore, so no thrusting this time around.
Oh, nice spacing. Nice spacing around the R1s. Understanding that a backswing is going to happen a lot of times because people will walk into attacks.
We're seeing a lot of back and forth with the jump attacks, but just no successful hits. It's really hard to land without a proper setup, you know. Or maybe you can like jump into someone, don't swing midair, you know, bait out the roll, and then try to catch them on the ground with the roll catch.
Popped him. Popped him.
And that is a tier pop for Franael. ACE, he baited out, he tried to do Flame of Red Mains, but Toji did not roll in, he rolled to the side. And I think he did that intentionally so that he won't get roll caught by Fran.
Nice running attack. Oh, there's another pop and a roll catch.
Oh, will he be able to turn it around? Will it go 1-1? Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh, 382 damage. This is pretty even. I think both players are one shot. He's about to get wrung out. He almost got wrung out.
Wow.
He was not paying attention.
That was lucky by him on the ball there.
Right, but you saw the aura on him change. He was doing a hard swap. He was in his menus. That's why he almost fell off.
That was crazy.
Oh, look at the jump attacks. You see, they got to do something to bait out. Maybe another Flame of Red Mains to bait out a roll, get the roll catch. I think that's what we have to see.
They're afraid to chug here.
No jump counter, but no roll catch either. Toji did roll in.
I like it.
And that's it. That's a kill. It's 1-1.
Did you see what he did there? He unlocked and he attacked and looked left so that the attack from the right to left swipe was an earlier hitbox. Here we go. We have a 1-1 Franael versus Kromm. Round 3, 2, 1, fire.
All right. Once again, buffs being eaten by both players. We've seen Flame and Red Mains travel very far, but not far enough to hit his opponent. We saw a little bit of glint blades. That also missed, and now both players are centered. We're seeing some back and forth jump attacks, neutral R1s. Neutral R1 actually caught his opponent. It had some surprising range to it, 337 damage. Now we're seeing some Flame of the Red Mains. Questionable Flame Pod. I'm not sure why Fran is showing that out now when his opponent isn't low on health and he's not rolling in. Very curious.
I think it was just so that he can get out of the corner. Because he was getting stuck in there.
Now look at the range of that jump attack. 400 damage. And now he's doing a little bit of baits, trying to get some damage on the whiff jump attacks.
Oh, the range!
Look at that range, 318 damage. This is looking pretty good for Kromm right now.
That was right on the tippy tip.
Right on the money. And look at that, again.
Oh my goodness.
318. It's surprising how much range these neutral overhead swings have.
I like the swinging out there. Oh, nice. Oh, that was really well timed, too.
You know what's cool? Like the flame pots, it does provide a little bit of a deterrent to keep your opponent away while you try to get a buff on. We're seeing, oh, and look at that perfect roll catch by Franael.
Yeah,
he's out of FP.
Oh, don't let him chug.
Here comes the aggression.
I like that.
If he chugs, and especially in an arena this small, he's opening himself up to big damage. And now the tears is popping for both players.
Yeah, that was an interesting trade. Got him with the upswing while jumping.
You see, he gave up the aggression to get the glint blades. See, I don't think it's worth it. He hasn't had much success with the glint blades, except for right there. He baited out the roll with the glint blades, and he got the roll catch. That's good. He needs one more of that to get the win. And he took the trade, but he wasn't fast enough. This round goes to Kromm. Oh my God!
I cannot believe that wasn't a trade at least. veggeorgie versus pivotalaura. Round 1, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Of course.
You gotta love it.
There we go. All right, is that waves of gold? What is that called? That weapon art?
Oh man, I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, that's a crazy one. That has an insane range. Like it clearly, you see it goes through this whole entire arena, but it goes like probably even 3 times this arena. It's insane.
And look, yeah, it covers the entire arena, and the hitbox is kind of wonky. It's kind of hard to understand like when you can roll, when it's safe. And that weapon specifically, you can't get it unless you beat the final boss. It's an endgame weapon, so it's very rare that you actually see. And look at the trades. That was 3 R2s, I think, from pivotalaura with the rot buff, but no rot proc, surprisingly.
Yeah.
The rot proc is gone. Look at the damage.
Oh my god, he's in bad shape.
Pivot
I
is
like
in
the
really
duels
bad shape.
he's here. Blame the red main. Oh, so
He's out of FP, and that's a kill. That's unfortunate. This round goes to Georgie. GG.
Georgie, I like it. He's doing the dual great swords. Here we go. Round 2, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Boom.
And no bubble horn. See, I think to really land that weapon art, you have to activate it at the start, because the bubbles, it has a very wide spread, and it's very easy to completely surround your opponent with it.
Yeah, that also has a good
You see that anti-air with the overhead slam, and now we see the bubbles coming out, and Veggie's going right in, 747 damage. Pivot is staying aggressive, pop the tears, look at that damage.
Wow, that was cool. I mean, he got hit with the jumping attack, but he made up for it afterwards.
And you see the neutral jump. He's not putting an input on his left stick. He's staying neutral. He's trying to catch his opponent on the aggression. Look at that roll catch, 339. But now pivotalaura, he's got behind his opponent. Roll catch. I don't think I've ever seen a roll catch with that club. And look at the flame of red maze damage for 532.
Seen this before.
This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. But right into him. He was a bit late on that jump. But yeah,
that was a very close fight. It almost went to a pivotalaura, but that is a 2-0 victory for veggeorgie. He is moving on to round 2. Yeah. GG to both players. Excellent round.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, let's see what happens here.
There we go.
Jumping, he wind power.
He just caught his opponent on the bow. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the gentleman's bow, but you know, the fight starts when the crossbow is fired, and now we're seeing some punishes.
Great shield.
Look at that, 342 damage. That's actually respectable, but it's not that effective in the center of the stage. It's gotta be careful here.
Is he light rolling too? Or no?
I mean, looking at the armor, it's pretty light armor. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. 620 damage. And hey, here's the thing about bows. It's piercing damage. It's natural counter damage. And look at that. He killed him with the shield crash. Oh my god. I've never seen this before. Amazing first round.
OP?
This is OP. This is the new meta. Shield crash, frost meta. Oh my god, Mendax Verax.
This could be OP,
you are a mad lad. A mad lad, sir. Oh my god. What is Dante?
Round 2, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's get the hell in here, huh?
All right, and you know, I just realized Mendax Verax has the fur calling ring on, so he's showing off his fashion. He's not red, and look at his shield crash. Man, he's just.
How did he hit him through that?
This is like a T-pose moment. He's just establishing dominance. 817 damage on the dual jumping L1 attack. Now he's getting his flask in, doing it in his opponent's face. You know, I think this would have been a really good moment to land the great bow shot, but he just missed his chance.
Yeah. He might switch back to it. I don't know. Is he swapping?
He's trying to get a flask off. He's trying to get his second chance off. And see, no, look, he missed his opportunity right there. He had his opponent in a corner. That would have been a great opportunity for the shield, but he didn't go for it. But he knocked down his opponent with the bow. He tried to catch him on wake up, but just missed.
Oh, there's the pop. Oh, he's taking very little damage.
Yes, he has to be very careful with the timing, because you see, like, he's taking some damage. 342. That was a good trade. One more trade like that, and he'll win this fight. But now
Don't let him draw it.
I don't think it's worth it.
Draw it.
I don't think the bow's worth it. He should stick to the shield. He tried to go for the shield bash. Did not work out. I think he should have stuck to what was working before, the shield crash. That was unfortunate. This round goes to goldtop.
That's another 1-on-1.
1-on-1. That is correct. 1-on-1 for both players.
And Dax 1, 3, 2, 1. Fire!
All right, so immediate bow is out. You see, to really be successful with the bow, you got to just hold on to it and just wait for your opponent to roll into you. Because at least in my experience in Dark Souls 3, like it's very easy to roll catch someone with the bow if they roll into you.
That was interesting. I don't think you can break the shield posture when you do that.
Nah, not with the shield crash. I think it boosts your guard damage. Your guard boosts too much. Look at that damage, 360. Look at that roll catch, because just like with the anchors, it does like a 1-2 hit.
He's chugging, yep.
Yeah, he got his second chance off, and he got a little bit of health back from the second chance. The second chance is already procced. So now he's back to shield. He can't do these running attacks. He can't do the neutral shield bash. I think to make it work, he has to stick to shield crash. And look at that, 342 damage. He caught his opponent with the running attack. He's staying in his face. Shield crash again. Was not close enough to push. He was just out of range. But look at that, 504 damage. This is very close for goldtop. He just has to keep up the aggression. And you see that? That is a thrust attack. Two-handed greatswords gets a thrust attack. If you combine it with backstep, reverse backstep, you can get behind someone and thrust them in the back for big damage. But I don't know if goldtop knows that tech. Look at that trade. 32 versus 342. And now here comes the bow. But he did not have the space. This round, this match goes to goldtop, and he washes off the blood in the dirt with the soap. Damn. We stay clean on PlayStation, people. Remember to use soap when you take a shower. GG. And all right, round 1. Dante, count it.
3, 2, 1, fire.
All right, and here we go. Buffs from both players.
All right, we got the clammy match. Now, we're going to see a lot more clammies as the time goes on.
And why is it good? That thrust attack right there, 317 damage. Caught him on the whiff. Very good spacing by S13.
Yeah, we're going to see matches probably slow down significantly, I'm guessing.
I don't think so.
Especially in a mirror match.
Maybe. I mean, all players in this tournament, they've been consistently aggressive, and I think that's just the nature of this arena and the banned items that we have. Players, they kind of have to stay aggressive. They can't rely on throwing knives. They can't rely on glintstone scraps to get their damage. They have to be aggressive. They have to get in each other's face. And look at that, 474 damage on the thrust. Very powerful. One of the best reasons to use a claymore is right there. And look at that, got behind him, another thrust, 317 damage. Even with the windup, Heauth did not have enough time to get out of it.
I do like, the range.
461 damage on the jump attack.
What you're seeing is a lot more spacing in this. Spacing punish.
Look at that. Counter damage, 474. Excellent spacing. Spaced out the neutral R1. Caught him with the thrust.
Yeah, I want to see some more R2s. Like when he's in the corner doing R2.
I mean, that's all that's what S13 is doing. That's all he's been doing. Just R2, R2, R2. And now we're seeing some anchor action. But you see, that's a better weapon for trades. And I don't think Heauth has the health for that.
No, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's too late to pull out now. He can't afford to trade. He's just doing R1, R1. It's not working out. The rolls are too clean by S13.
Yeah, I actually like what S13's doing here. He's not fighting on sort of the spam. There we go. S13 picks up the W.
All right.
Round 2. 3, 2, 1. Fight. The classics. They never die.
Nope. Here we go. Try it again. And fire.
There we go. Such a weird, wonky hit box.
Yeah, like it's weird. It's weird. It shouldn't be hitting the ground, but it does. That's just the classic Elden Ring jank. But here we go, right, Flame of the Red Mains by S13. So we're finally seeing some weapon arts.
Was that a backstab attempt?
That was a backstab attempt, yes, but he got punished for it. Look at that, 378 damage.
Oh, I like it.
And Heauth was not ready for the backswing, taking another almost 400 damage by S13. And look at that.
Nice spacing.
The nice spacing, the clean counter damage thrust,
Oh,
catching with the weapon, or with the jump attack.
Nice jump. 333.
Here we
Nice
go.
roll
Here's the
catch.
comeback. Look at that. The 360. The 360 jump attack by S13. Clean victory by S13.
Wow. That was interesting. It looked like he jumped over him and then he jumped under his jump to then do the jump attack. It was bizarre. Here we go. Eli versus Sale, round 1 in round 2. 3, 2, 1, go.
Boom. Yeah, the tournament naming conventions are weird, but we got a anchor mirror match, dual anchors from both players.
Oh,
Gold. Look at that damage. Look at that trade.
my
1350. All right, now.
Oh my lordy. He ain't
That's
gonna be doing that again.
No,
Is that
that's
it?
too much. That was
He
2 hits.
literally-
2 L1s.
Oh my, it was 2 jumping L1s took him out. All right, here we go. Fight number 2 in round 2. We got 4 anchors. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and they're moving in. Now let's see again. Will we see similar damage like last time with the jumping anchors? As you can see, they do have a damage buff aura on them. So I guess that is the sword, the ritual sword talisman in effect here. 524. Now we're seeing wild strikes. He has the opponent. Look at that damage. 1038. Now you see that.
Oh, what is happening here?
The counter damage. Like,
He just stood there eating hits. Did he run out of stamina? or
Eli
something?
has a
Like, what?
significant health advantage right here. 8 Puppeteers,
oh.
371. He almost pushed his opponent off the
so
edge. He's going for a
I like what I'm
backstab.
seeing.
Missed.
No jumps. I'm shocked.
No,
jump
no,
there.
no jump punish. Both players centered and neutral. What's going to happen next?
It's actually fairly close right now.
You can see the patience from both players. They're waiting for the other one to make a move.
Regular R1. What is this maniac doing?
Maybe he can try to bait out a roll. Look, he baited him into the flame pot, took 44 damage right there. It did some damage, but not enough to really make a difference here. 22 more damage from the flame pot.
Well,
We're seeing
I
whiff
mean, it's
trap
basically
attacks.
1 L1 is going to kill both.
Oh, he went for the trade!
There it is.
And that's it. That's a win for Eli. This match goes to Eli. GG.
1-1. Here we go. Elemich versus Kromm. 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Boom.
Here we go. The flasks are out. The buff is in.
Okay. Well,
And-
setting up, trying to see what they can do. It looks like
Yep.
they're already a bit more reserved than a lot of other fights.
Once again, Elemich trying to bait aggression, trying to force a roll so he can catch his opponent
was-
with the glint blades.
That was worth it. That trade was worth it.
Was it though? It looks like he took a jump attack for 674 damage.
No, I'm saying that the jump attack, that was worth going for.
Yes, look at that. 449 on just a single neutral two-handed R1. So Elemich already off to a bad start.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Flame of the Red Mains here to try to make them come in, punish them. I have them roll into you.
And, you know, we're seeing both players trying to bait out aggression. Elemich with the glint blades, Kromm with the Flame of Red Mains, forcing his opponent to roll into him and then catch him with the neutral R1. And look at that jump attack for 551 damage.
That was great. Yeah, I mean, I just think that Kromm just played that better. I think Elemich maybe is a little bit out of his element. Anyways, here we go. Fight number 2, round number 2. Elemich versus Kromm. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we got the duelsies, buffsies.
And you
I
see
like the rush.
Kromm going right in. Now you see Flame of Red Mains, but no roll in this time. So Elemich, he learned his lesson. He's rolling to the side not to fall for the bait.
Nothing there.
See, he's trying to bait. He's trying to catch him with the R2, waiting for his opponent to come in, but Kromm is not having it. Actually got caught midair. All right, see, that answered your question from before.
Wow.
It does catch you. It does interrupt you midair, those swords.
That was interesting.
And once again,
That was really nice.
you're seeing Kromm trying to bait those rolls into him, but Elemich, he's not doing it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Elemich, he got him with the R1s. Roll catching twice in a row.
Look at that. Perfect whiff, perfect counter.
Was that 700 damage?
Almost.
I think he popped his business.
You see how he's turning his back to his opponent on those whipped R1s. It looks like he's trying to make it safe for himself, but it looks like he can also use that as a bait.
Wow, I mean, Elemich is playing much better.
Look at that. Look at that. Force his opponent to roll the swords, getting caught by the thrust.
I don't know how he didn't get hit by that. He rolled into the flame, like backwards. That was pretty crazy.
This is round 2. Yeah, this is round 2.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, with all the waiting that we've been doing in the stream, dying.
Oh my!
It's hard to keep track.
Elemich.
Nice, that is 1-1.
A complete reversal. He played like a king there. 1-1. Kromm versus Elemich. Round 3. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Fire.
You got the lanterns on for some reason. I wonder what that is about, having the lanterns on.
I think Beanpole told them to do that if it got dark. I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's good for when nighttime rolls in, because this map is actually part of the open world.
Nice
That's
roll
why
again.
it's possible to get invaded. But look at that. R1, R1, R2. What happened there?
I mean, I don't know. Kromm is doing very poor on rolling away from these attacks. Pretty interesting. And that R2 does have a step in. I think it's a deceptive range, and Kromm was not used to it.
You see that? He jumped over the thrust, but he wasn't able to punch. And look at that roll catch.
My goodness.
That's it. That's definitive. That's a win for Elemich.
If we could maybe do a little bit of a 3 and a 2 and a 1. Fire.
All right. Buffs, of course. Flame
Veggeorgie
of red
versus
mains.
Goldtop.
American versus American. Brother
That's right.
versus
He was the
brother.
only guy who did the duelsies.
And look at that trade. It was 384 versus 708. That did not work out in Goldtop. But look at this.
The roll catch.
And he's got him in the corner. And here comes counter damage.
I like the spam.
Caught him
Spam
mid-air.
him out of the air.
Here comes Chilling Miss. Caught him
Oh,
564,
no way.
but no frost proc. That is curious. But caught him with the jump attack. Got him close to a corner. He's forcing his opponent to back off. Now he's got the rod proc. He's going to go for the rod damage while his opponent's low on health. Giant Hunt didn't land. Oh, this is so tense.
I don't know why he would buff. Now the rod-
Oh, caught him with the neutral jump.
Are you
177
kidding me?
damage. Looked like he just caught him with just the very tippy tip of that.
How did he catch him with only one and not both?
But the damage,
at all.
though. Seems like the
I
tip
would
of
be
the sword
attacking.
does less damage than the whole thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
I'll be
ooh,
honest.
here's his pops. And he couldn't
it.
win the trade. That was
There
it. He
it
didn't
is.
have the timing. And this win goes to veggeorgie. GG.
Here we go. veggeorgie up 1 over Goldtop. Round 2. Fight 2. 3, 2, 1. Go. We'll see what happens with that lantern to see if that messes someone up.
Maybe that's the real reason, the cause of all of our disconnects. Just the lantern screwing up the network. I let out a bad word. Excuse me.
Oh,
Twitch mods don't ban me.
Bring out. Look at him. He's getting stuck on the lantern. Oh, no. My sight.
No, my light. I can't see anymore. Oh, look at that damage.
Nice
218. Honestly, for double great swords, that's not a lot. And look at 482 on the rolling L1. R1 spam coming in, catching him as his opponent tries to roll behind Veggie.
That was not worth it.
Look at so much damage, but I think Tears is pop for both
How much
players.
damage that does that hit from like all of the little fires? Is
Flame
that
of
why it
red
does that
mains?
much damage?
I think it's just like a single hitbox, and it's a chunky one. But look at it. Almost caught his opponent with the Giant Hunt.
That's just a little bit too slow, that rolling L1 hit. Just slightly too slow.
But I mean, in a rule set like this, maybe just it doesn't matter. It's
Oh
even
wait,
in
they're
terms
both
of
using duelsies now. I don't know who's who anymore. Oh damn it!
Veggie's the one with the mirror helm. Look at that counter damage. 474 on the R2 thrust. Flamer Red means coming out, base the roll, but he doesn't do what Kromm does and try to catch him on roll. He could have caught him right there.
Ooh.
All right, we're gonna see a frost proc here. He's
in the mist,
but no frost proc.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! And he jumped over the R2. Here comes the spam. Here comes the trade. 198. One more, and that's a win for veggeorgie. He's moving on to the semifinals. GG.
Goldtop.
All right, so Dante, when you're ready, count it down.
3, 2, 1, go! We got S13 versus Eli. Let's do it.
Let's do it. The buffs are in, and the players are ready to fight. Jump attack and roll catch immediately by S13. So, like, once again, we're seeing this matchup, Claymore versus dual anchors. This is a very common matchup we've been seeing throughout the entire Great Cup. And so far, it seems like Claymore has the advantage because the anchor user, he's very reliant on jump attacks, and those jump attacks are very easy to interrupt with the overhead swing of the greatsword. Look at that trade for over 400 damage. But that whiff, he wasn't able to punish the whiff though. The anchors are just very, very slow under neutral attacks.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for the anchors. I could definitely see that here. Somehow he's got to go for the trade.
Now we're seeing some spam, but it's not working out. Looks like he was locked on there. Maybe that would have landed if he was unlocked.
Yeah, S13 is just, he's playing well and reacting.
How did that not hit?
Jump.
Yeah, he jumped it, but he didn't get the damage. Oh, there we go. There we go. 12, 16 damage. That's almost his entire health bar.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to essentially bait out the crouch attack, jump it.
That's what he's got to do.
That's what he can do. I like it.
It's like get in his face. Yeah, jump the thrust, do a neutral jump into jump attack.
He must have swapped the talisman or something.
And you know what? If he gets the jump attack, that's gonna overkill. That will kill through the tiers.
That's what he needs to basically purposely whiff an attack and then jump. He needs to set it up somehow.
And that's a kill.
Yeah, that was one of those. I bet on his screen it didn't look like he was that close, but he got hit.
Overall, that was just a great fight from S13. Just really clean pokes, really clean punishes. Eli almost took it back with that single jump. One more would have done it for him.
Looks like we're back in it. S13 up. 1 zip. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go.
Both buffing.
Now, see, he tried to jump over the flame of red means, but he did it too soon. He did not have the spacing right.
Yeah, it's very scary.
But had that have worked, look at this. Oh, nice damage, no damage. He got the, but it's not fast enough. See, if he's able to jump over the flame of red mains, he will get the damage he's looking for.
Now, can you put bleed on these things?
On the anchors?
Yeah.
You can, but I don't know if it'll really proc. I mean, I guess it's possible, 2 hits, but it's so hard to land hits in general with the anchors. I don't think you'll be able to get the bleed off. And plus, you don't really need it. It already has high enough damage on its own.
Well, the only thing I'm considering is because there is a lot of close attacks, you know, a lot of ghost hits that are happening. I'm thinking, well, maybe something can happen.
Possibly, but look at this.
Look at that!
1241, perfect jump counter to the R2 thrust. So like,
that could be a weird bait if he hits into the wall and then jumps.
Because it does cancel his attack.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah, and that's only possible because this arena's so small. I think you don't really see that on Stormveil.
Yeah, that would be real big brain play. I'll say that. But he's really just looking for that jump attack. I mean, that's the only way.
How did not get him? Normally it's easy to punish the backstab attempt, but he didn't get it.
I can't even believe it. He's got to jump. Just jump.
Oh, you tried to do a backwards jump, but it didn't work out. That's 2-0 for S13.
Valiant effort by Eli. I'll say that. Very valiant effort, because that was... Oh, could this be the end? S13 up 2-0 against Eli. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, buffs again. Claymore versus dual anchors. Which weapon will win this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, the Clammies they've been all around. I wish I would have seen more curved greatswords, I'll be honest, but, you know.
Yeah, hardly any representation for curved greatswords in this fight.
Looks like so far that S13 is winning. But again, one mistake and it puts Eli right back in.
Yeah, I mean, for Eli, he needs 2 mistakes, 2 clean mistakes. Maybe he can let his opponent aggress him, do a neutral jump into draw. And that's a ring out. That's a ring out. No. That's a ring out. This match goes to S13.
All right, sweet. All right, Elemich versus veggeorgie semifinals, best 2 out of 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
And fire.
I think the favorite for this matchup is Elemich, if I'm going to be honest. I think Elemich has been playing really well.
Yes, but Georgie's been playing good too. In his first 2 fights, he's been playing pretty well, and he's got dual greatswords, and dual greatswords does have a thrusting option with the rolling attack. If he can do the reverse backstep tech into that thrust attack, he can get some pretty good damage himself. And look at that, 753 versus 304, but it looks like it's starting to become even. Elemich did get another thrust attack with the R2.
This is NA versus EU, but the connection looks pretty solid right now.
Yeah, generally in cross regionals, EU versus Northeast NA, it's not bad, and that's what this matchup is. Couldn't catch his opponent on the glintstones, but the glintstones didn't do any meaningful damage, so it's all right. Look at that, caught him mid-air, but no follow-up. Look at that trade, 579 to 400. Tears is pop for Elemich.
Yeah, I think veggeorgie still has the flask on there, it looks like, so
look at this.
Maybe one or 2 of these.
300, look at that trade, 753 to 304.
He rolled that poorly.
Bad roll, yup, and now all he needs is just 1 clean hit, maybe some projectiles, maybe some Ash of Wars will finish this. He just has to be careful with those thrust attacks. If he gets hit by that R2, and it's a double knockout!
Kill.
That's what I'm talking about, people! That R2 is not to be messed with. You gotta be careful around it. And that's gonna lead into a reset for our second semifinal match.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. That was veggeorgie won the other one, right?
It was a double knockout last time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, double knockout.
373 damage on the dual L1s. So you said Elemich was like the favorite for this matchup, but again, like we've been seeing some good gameplay from both players, and that last match I think really solidified that. That double knockout was just insane.
Well, I just think the way Elemich has been playing, and they've been mixing up their attacks, I thought that was a little bit better than how Veg has been playing. But again, obviously, you know, different styles, different matchups, they make the fights. So
yeah, it actually interrupted Flamer Red Mage. 623, 547. This is pretty bad for Veggie. Look at that trade.
That trade
it's not winning the trade. It's not winning the trade.
Not good for Veg.
No, and caught midair with the overhead swing. Jump attacks will fall to the overhead swing. This round goes to Elemich.
All right, here we go. Fight number 2, semifinals. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off.
It's like OBS just hates me today. They see this. I'm getting some Dark Souls 3 flashbacks with this tech, this homing soul mass tech.
Not as powerful though.
Not as powerful, not as much damage, but still being effective and just interrupting the opponent, forcing a roll, being able to look at 1,018 damage on just dual straight sword. Oh, and that's a ring out.
Oh, look at that!
And that's a win for Elemich.
All right, here we go. Well, this is 2-0 Elemich. Got a ring out. Let's see. Can he finish it off with a sweep? 3, 2, 1, go. we're off.
All right, so we're seeing the raw proc, but the thing with the raw grease, it doesn't last very long. So to really make it count, you got to be aggressive. You have to go in immediately, and Veggie's not doing that. He's very scared of the glint blades, and for good reason. It can interrupt you, and it does good damage. But look at that thrust.
Backstep.
Backstep thrust. Wow. That's what I was mentioning earlier. If you can do the reverse backstep, you can backstep into your opponent, catch him with the double thrust. But 306 damage, and no roll catch with the R2.
This is a weird playing right now. He backstep rolled through the red mains. He just stood there and barely didn't get hit. Rolling into the frost, just standing there. This is a weird fight.
This is a weird fight because you see Elemich, he's sticking to the strategy of just baiting out aggression, making his opponent come to him. I think this is where like a Great Shield would come in handy because then you can use the Great Shield to block the projectiles and then you can aggress your opponent afterwards. We're seeing some chilling misplay, but I don't know, that's not effective when you don't have your opponent in a corner. Doing it centered like that, you got to have your opponent centered. You have to have your opponent in a corner to really make that effective. And look at that roll catch.
Nice roll catch.
Roll catch again.
Nice. Oh man, he's getting him. That range is like
super strong.
It's really good.
And now we're back to dual greatsword. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say it looks like veggeorgie is really low, and it's gonna be tough to come back. I mean, it can happen because the jump attacks do like 1,000 damage.
Yeah.
But he's in real. I mean, just the glintstones themselves could just win.
I mean, at this point, if I'm Elemich, yeah, get glintstone blade off and just bait the aggression, and you gotta win. That's all he's gotta do. Just if at least 2 swords hit, that's a win. But he can't afford to get sloppy. You're gonna have to dodge that flame of red mains. He's just out of. Oh look! He's out of FP. Veggie's out of FP. So this would be
bad.
This is a good opportunity to put in some aggression.
I'd be blocking if I was him.
Now you can see Veggie. He's not trying to get caught by those swords. He's not trying to play Elimich's game.
Oh.
Almost caught him on the fast use. Oh, he's got the flame pot out. 282 damage. A couple more of those, and this match might be over. Oh, can he turn around? 695 is so close.
Can veggeorgie do it?
And you see Elemich is staying aggressive. He's trying to catch him on the miss hits, but he can't afford to get too sloppy.
One hit each.
See, now if Elemich does another flame pot, if Georgie jump attacks that's going to be a kill. Look at this.
It's so scary, man.
He can't afford to walk into that. That can kill. He's going to try to jump that, but he misses. And the sword hits. And that's a win for Elemich.
Oh, man.
GG.
Let's do it. We have the bronze match for money. Eli versus veggeorgie. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. Players putting on, buffs from both players. And look at that! Immediately catching his opponent with Flame of Red Mains. He didn't get that jump off in time to dodge it properly, taking 702 damage. Pretty bad start for Eli.
Probably swapping talismans, I don't know.
Possibly. Like no more ritual. Yeah, no more ritual sword. He had that on before. 940 damage on the jump attack.
They're kind of taking their time a little bit, which is interesting. Oh, double jump.
It makes sense. Oh, you gotta be careful. No ring out right there, please. Yeah, you gotta be very careful because this is a money match. It's 3rd place.
Yeah, he was even like, what was that rain?
You know, the nerves can get to you. So now we see double greatswords versus double anchors.
I like that. He's stalking them.
And since look at that jump attack, but he misses. I don't know.
That miss. Oh my god.
Veggie, he doesn't know the backstep tech into L1, and look at that. That's a win for Eli.
I mean, I just think that was just the damage. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire.
All right.
And they sort of do the honor buffing, such and such.
I want to see more interruptions of the buffs, personally.
Yeah. Because a lot of times with this, you really are looking for that one hit big damage that changes the whole match.
Yeah, and that's something you'll definitely see from these anchors. Look at that. It wins the trade. Look at that trade. 920.
Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of latency here.
Really, I'm not really seeing much. I think it looks looking
because
pretty clean
that
to me.
shouldn't have been a trade when he was in the air, but it was because he did an R1 when he jumped and it hit him out of the air, but he also
Oh, look at that. Flame of the red main's connected. Now it's 1-1 for both players.
Ooh, man. Here's what you're going to see now. You're going to see in this third match, you're going to see that being spammed. All right, let's do it. 1-1. 3, 2, 1. Fire. And they buff again. No double buff.
I've never seen the rot buff come out, but again, it doesn't last very long. If you want to make it count, you got to stay aggressive, and you can see Veggie, he's on the back foot right here. He does not want to trade with the anchors. And look at that.
Oh, nice jump.
But what is that damage? Only 517? That's unusually low.
I think he probably only hit him with one.
I guess.
He's probably off center.
And there we go.
Oh, my Lord.
10-18, and now we got the mind games coming. He's crouching his opponents. Look at that jump attack. Nice solid match, and the teabag for good measure. And wow, so disrespectful. Wow.
Get the fast bow. The fast bow.
Is that what it is?
2-1. Eli over veggeorgie so far. 3, 2, 1. Fire. And
all right.
The one buff.
The gentleman's buff. He almost caught his opponent there, though, with the jumping L1. I see now we're no longer seeing the double greatswords. We're seeing two-handed single greatsword, single claymore, and never mind, we're seeing double greatswords. I don't know about this matchup. I think he's better off sticking to the single greatsword because he has access to that thrust, the R2. He has the overhead swing, which is good for countering jump attacks. For Eli, what he has
looking for the trade, but he's still going to lose the trade as far as I understand.
Yeah, he can't win a trade against those anchors, and he has to be very careful with how he uses those flame of red mains because, again, if Eli jumps over that and he gets the jump attack, that's half of his health gone right there, just like that. 10-18 damage.
Yeah, I mean, that was really good spacing, too, because he did the jumping attack, and those are scary enough. Oh, there it is. There's the...
One more, and that's it. Here comes no jump punish from Eli. Let's see. This is a missed opportunity. Eli, go for the jump. Jump over it. That was 3 spammed flame of red
it's scary, man. That does like 600
I don't care.
damage.
I don't care. You got the health. You got the health advantage. You know how to jump over them. Do it. Do it. It's my Star Wars Palpatine reference.
I'm having heart palpatines right now.
Now we got the rot. I don't know if the rots are really going to help in this instance because Eli, he still has full health.
It can't help if you don't ever attack, right? Like the whole point is to get like.
Yeah, look, he has to put it back on, but he's not using aggression to really get off, and that's a kill. Oh my god, he put on the crab. The crab increases defense. It increases defense in time to save him from that kill.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have put himself in that position to begin with.
And if that can kill, oh my god, killed by the flame pot. Eli DKS has won the 3rd place prize. He has won the 3rd place position for the Great Cup.
Eli.
GG Eli. Amazing.
Here we go for the finals. S13 versus Elemich. 3, 2, 1, fire.
And you got the lanterns on because it's nighttime. I appreciate the extra lighting, guys. Yes. So here we go. Two-handed greatsword versus two-handed greatsword, but it's not a mirror match, I think. Or is it?
Elemich is on the right.
Elemich on the left. S13 on the right. S13 using Claymore. Elemich, what sword is that? Claymore. Claymore mirror for the final match of the tournament. And I think this was to be expected, because this Claymore is the best greatsword, in my opinion, out of all the greatswords.
Okay, so that's Elemich with the glintstone?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get him straight.
And he's been really consistent with the glintstone blade play this entire tournament. Just really bringing out the old Dark Souls 3 tech, trying to bait out aggression, and then catching his opponent mid-air, interrupting the jump attacks with the sword, and then roll catching them with the R2. It's been working out for him greatly throughout this whole tournament.
Oh, he got hit by the side of that. That's crazy.
713 damage.
S13 is playing really well here.
Look at that jump.
Oh,
Look
the
at that
jump!
And the guard broke, and that's
it.
gonna kill.
Wow.
Wow.
What a stomping.
Excellent.
What a stomping. S13 made that look easy, too. Elemich, here we go. 3, 2, 1. S13 is up by 1. Fire.
Let's go. Gentleman's buffs, and now we have a gentleman bloodbath.
I like it. Oh, see, if he just held the charge a little bit more.
He missed.
Wow, that
He
was
unlocked
lucky. Oh my god, that was so lucky. On both players, actually.
Is that gonna land? It went far, but not far enough.
Oh, he lost it to the wall, though.
Yeah, but fortunately, see, if I was S13, I would have just threw a pot right there. That would have hit. But it doesn't seem like he has the option. And now he's running out of blades. And here's S13's chance to be aggressive. Look at that, 598 on just a jumping R1.
That's where you gotta rush him. If you're that close, rush him, man.
Yup, don't even let him get that weapon art off. Because that's what Elemich needs, and that's what he's going to be spamming for this final match. He's going to, see, baiting out the roll, try to get the roll punish. But S13, he's clean with his own rolls. And look at that, attacked him on block, almost guard broke him.
Yeah, I mean, I will say S13, he's playing it very smart.
No, he's alive. He can get back in. Okay, he's good. But look at that, walked right into an R2. 942 damage.
That's fair play as far as I'm concerned.
That's fair play. That's costly. But look at that. Elemich tried to wind up the R2, tried to go for the trade, and he just missed it. Got interrupted.
But you see, when things are getting a little bit more frantic, when they're getting more in the pocket, it seems like Elemich is actually doing better.
Oh, missing the roll catch, but this is so close. Tears has popped for both players.
Nice spacing.
You know, S13 was really clean on his...
No mistake!
Look at that counter! 540!
Oh man, good job.
That was good. That was good.
He stayed close enough to punish him if he went for anything. That was a bad mistake by Element.
Count it down.
All right, here we go. 2-0 so far. S13 over Element in the finals. Best 3 out of 5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Whoops.
That's always fun. Here we go. Oh man, that goes
just
so
out
far.
of range.
It's crazy. He's got to make it dirty. If he can just stay in the mix up the R1s, R2s. Like, that was good. What he did there, I mean, even though it didn't work, if he continues to just make it dirty and weird, he should have a chance. And see, he's trying to get space to get the glintstone again, but I think, yeah, that's a mistake.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Punishing the glintstone. He didn't have the space. He tried to wind up at R2, but did not have the space.
Yeah, the jump was too fast. I actually liked him going for the R2 there. But that was the rolling R2, right? I think.
For Elemich?
I think that's because it was the upswing.
Upswing. I don't think that was rolling.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure.
Now the rolling attack for the Claymore is a thrust, but look at this. He tried to get on the backswing.
Oh, he tried to jump.
Punch for 399. And look, he blocked the thrust, tried to roll catch him, but missed.
Oh, what is he doing? You can either... Because that takes a lot of stamina away when you block with this, right?
Yes.
So I would have maybe rushed, but in this game, to get stamina back is so damn easy because of the crouching.
And you know, once again, he's letting Elemich get the space he needs to get that weapon art off. He has to do something to punish that. A frost pot at least. And he tried to catch him on the backswing. Elemich was smart not to go for the backstab in that situation.
No, what is he doing? Oh, I thought he rolled that bad.
Oh, almost caught with the Flame of Red Mains. Right now, S13 still has the health advantage, but Elemich is whittling him down.
Yeah, he's playing a little bit more conscious, which is he needs to. I mean, he can't be making these mistakes. Oh, I like that R2. Oh, that range.
And here comes Flame of Red Mains. This could kill if he's caught.
It's scary because he's
rolling to the side. This needs to hit. It was not. It wasn't close enough. He wasn't close enough. See, if he can trade the weapon art uses, Like, this will be a kill and a win for S13, but he's always out of range every time. And you see
Do it again. What is he doing?
Elemich, why didn't he press the attack?
I don't know why he's doing that. He knows he's going for it.
He got the aggression and the roll he wanted, but he didn't try to roll catch it. That was a big mistake. And now he got punished for 700 damage. I think this is going to go to S13. We'll see.
It's close.
It's so close. Tears has popped. Yo, one.
Don't use it. Don't use that because you're going to
Flame of red mains. Flame of red mains again. Oh, try to roll catch him with the jump attack, but just missed.
The Flame of Red Mains works really well because
he's got his opponent in a corner.
It makes him
corner pressure. Corner pressure. See, here we go.
What is he doing?
No punish.
Oh my god!
Again, one frost proc. I mean, one frost pot would end Ellie, and one good thrust might take this round back for Elemich. I mean, you look at the health, I think he can kill S13 in one R2 if he can land it.
Yeah, it's very close. I mean, especially if it's count. What is it?
And that's it. He ran out of FP. God. He ran out of FP, and that's it. S13.
It didn't matter, though.
It didn't matter.
He was dead either way.
Dead either way. S13 is the winner of the Great Cup. Congratulations. You won the $60 prize. Elemich won the $25 prize. Great tournament. Everyone, thank you so much.
I just can't believe he did that. I mean, I gotta say, Elemich, I'm only upset because he basically lost that last fight strictly due to doing the Ash of War and getting caught in it. If he just played without doing the Ash of War, like pretending he didn't even have it, he probably would have won because he was playing well without it. So that was, it's a little sad only because of that aspect.
He almost took it around. And again, one good R2, one clean R2 from Elemich, it would have turned it around. It would have been enough to kill S13, but he never got the timing just right. Whereas with S13, he was clean with his R2s almost every single time.
Yep.
So
it's just crazy because he took what 1,500 plus damage on just the mistakes from doing that Ash of War. So if he literally didn't do it, and he didn't gain that much, he probably did maybe 300, 400 damage, maybe with the Glintstones that he actually got out there. So like that trade-off, at least in this matchup, wasn't worth it. Like you saw it in the first two matches where he got eaten up the first match. Second match, he got kind of eaten up. And it just, you know, if you're getting punished for it, if you know the guy does running, jumping attacks, and you have bigger weapons that have a further reach, S13 did it, and S13 did do well. He stayed close enough to where he could always get the punish. So congratulations to him for being the champion
of the Great Cup. And again, thank you so much for Nibri for donating the prize pool. Again, if you want to donate to future prize pools for future tournaments, we have a link down below. Also, if you want to commission your own tournament, if you have a unique idea for a cool tournament, hit me up. I can stream it for you and hopefully not have as many issues. I swear to God, this normally does not happen. Usually these streams are a lot cleaner. I also stream OBS for Duels Event Network and the Festival of Combat tournaments, and we never had any issues with those tournaments. So I don't know why the Elden Ring gods want to mess up my unique off-meta tournaments. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. But again, just thank you so much to everyone. Thank you to our password manager, Beanpole, for getting our players in world quick and easy.
The divine one.
Thank you so much,
the
Dante.
Wizard himself.
Thank you so much, Dante, for just being here and helping me host the tournament.
Dante. Thank you.
He's the best, guys. Go subscribe to him if you haven't already.
This tournament was great. The players were great. The weapons were great.
Everything great. It's in the name, people. It's in the name of the weapons and the tournament. Thank you all around. Thank you to the players for coming and playing. And S13, man, I can't wait to see you in these Festival of Combats. I don't think we've ever seen him in a Festival of Combat before.
No.
And he
played well. I'm curious what his main setup is.
Honestly, maybe he should stay with the greatsword. Like, he was so
that would
clean
be
with
sick.
it. He was so
That would be
clean with
sick.
it this entire tournament. He was just very clean play. His R2s were on point. So I think even in a meta setting, like, he can make greatsword work. But yeah, any closing thoughts, Dante?
I just like see like this. You do tournaments like I mean I haven't done a tournament, my own tournament in Elden Ring yet, but like you do tournaments like I like to do it. You know, I like these ideas. I like trying to get different weapons. I mean, unfortunately, it was sort of the clammy tournament, that's sort of my only gripe about it is that I didn't, and honestly, I don't know if that is the best weapon for the classes that you were allowed. I honestly think a lot of the curved greatswords were underutilized. But I mean, again, I don't know enough about it. I'm not going to pretend like I'm some sort of great player. But yeah, I don't know. I just like seeing different weapons, different players. I like seeing people have to use different things. It wasn't just crouch poke. It wasn't just doing the same attack over and over. You had to play differently, a little bit smarter in this. You had to try to figure out what your opponents were going to do per the specific matchups, and I just think it's great. I love that stuff, and I want to do it more. And that's just I don't know. I love competition still. Almost any competition. You should see my YouTube. It's got the most nonsense competition. Like I don't know. There's like free running competitions that are fun. People who throw darts, it's fascinating how amazing they are. It makes no sense. Like I just love competition, and this is like a 3D type of fighting game chess that appeals to me. So yeah.
And this is something that we only really have on the FromSoft games. Like we have a couple of Dark Souls clones, but none of them has PvP that's close to this.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, again, Dante, thank you so much. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sticking with us throughout all the technical difficulties. Again, we'll make sure that this doesn't happen again. And yeah, again, thank you so much. Everyone have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. Oh, and one more thing. The tournament will be uploaded to YouTube. So if you missed out on some of the previous parts of the tournament, or if you missed it because of the disconnects, we will have all the fights uploaded to YouTube. I'll try to get that up on my YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/khnight. That'll be, I'll try to have it uploaded by like say Wednesday at the latest. But yeah, again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night and peace.
Transcending history and the world, a tale of soul and swords, eternally retold.